and today on the Monster Breakdown we're going to talk about Nilbogs, one of my favorite little magical creatures, a jester, and a mischief maker, and a wondrous little being.
So, today we're going to talk about the Nilbog, if you didn't already guess. So, Nilbogs are a great little monster. Not really a monster, they're just a great little creature that I like a lot. I've been using them, using one called Low here in my games a lot recently. It's a lot of fun, because the way I've been using him is not as because they don't really work so well as a monster that you would want to throw at the party necessarily as an adversary that's going to, because in combat they're really, they have a lot of cool tricks up their sleeves, but on a party that's above first level, and even a first level party, they're going to just run circles around this Nilbog. The way I've been running Nilbog, which is a really, really fun way to do it, is to run it as like a ally to the party, where I had it where they had a peaceful clan of goblins, and they were enslaved, they've been committing atrocities, but not of their own volition, but because this giant is forcing them to. Anyway, the Jester Nilbog comes to the party for help, and the party aligns himself with them. So then the Nilbog is allowed to use his little tricks, which is, Nilbogism, and, his, return of fortune, I believe it's called, or reversal of fortune, which is called. Those things work really well against other monsters, like when you're being attacked by, say, like, wolves, hyenas, or lower level, town guards and stuff. The Nilbog can kind of shine there, and with the little personality of a wisecracking little impish creature who thinks that he's just completely invulnerable, which in a way he is, because they have a feature where basically the Nilbog is a spirit, and he's a spirit that can jump from goblin to goblin when he dies. So when he dies, he has to die from being brought below 0 hit points and then also failing his reversal of fortune. And the reversal of fortune is where you roll a d6 once he's reduced to 0, and then he regains that many hit points. So he could potentially, depending on how you're rolling and how much he's getting attacked, live for a very long time. My Nilbog has been alive for about 3 to 4 hour sessions already, and the party really likes him at this point, so I don't think he's going anywhere. But he also, when he's allied with the party and he's a little kind of a NPC helper for them, he could jump into other goblins' bodies and spy for them. There's a lot of cool tricks you could do with the different things, like, the jumping spirit situation, or the, the general kind of vulnerability where if he dies, he could just jump to another body. Besides that, they have a low AC. Their AC is only 13. They wear leather armor, but it's not really a problem. When I field them, I usually field them out with a couple of minders, I call them, like little goblinoid, kind of like almost worshippers who know that their job is basically to be the next vessel for the Nilbog in case something happens to the Nilbog. So he usually travels with 2 or 3 of those, just to kind of ensure his life longevity, if that's what you want. If you don't want him to live long, then have less goblins around, and there's nothing for the spirit to go to. But I like my little Nilbog.
Although here's a wonderful little boy. But let's get back to what we were talking about.
He has an HP of 7. It's very low, but, like I said, reversal of fortune. He has some spells at his ability, innate casting. He can do Tasha's Vicious Laughter, which is a thing where it allows him to cast a spell that does psychic damage and causes the target to fall on the ground and be laughing in a crazy fit. They have a similar spell, which is more powerful, called Confusion, which is like what I call a template, where it covers a small area effect. And Confusion does something where they have a random effect where they could either attack each other or run away, or different things on the chart there when you look up that spell in your Player's Guide spell book. That's a good spell. Also, I had him use it on other monsters that were attacking the party, and they ended up attacking each other, which made for a fun combat situation and entertainment, of course. Trying to think of anything else that works with that. Besides that, they have the Vicious Mockery, which is, standard spell, which allows them to do 1d4 psychic damage to someone who fails their saving throw. They have, as well, the other spell at their disposal. The Confusion's only once a day. They have Mage Hand, which is a fun thing they could use to play pranks on not only party members, or, where they could pick pockets maybe with the Mage Hand, which is something I've had Lo here do in the game. So a lot of fun things you could do with this Nilbog, and they're a fun little guy. Besides that, they have the Nilbogism, which is if someone tries to damage this Nilbog, they're going to have to make a saving throw, and the saving throw is 12 at their 12 saving throw, which is basically the charisma of the Nilbog, but that's the difficulty of the saving throw. I don't know if it's connected in the rules, but that's what it is. Anyway, if they fail that saving throw, they're going to they'll do the damage, but they're going to spend that turn, unless, I guess if it's melee, if it's range damage, they do the damage, but then this happens to them, but if it's melee damage, they instead of striking the Nilbog, they spend their turn praising the Nilbog and sucking up to him, and basically become charmed until they can make that 12 DC saving throw and snap out of it. So Nilbog's a fun little guy with those spells, and besides that, they're very good with stealth. They have a +6. Sorry, looking at my notes sometimes. I really want to be more thorough with the next few Monster Breakdown videos, because I want to really give you guys all the, not only textbook information, but my fun little perspective as well. Anyway, like I said, they have a +6 for their stealth roll, so they could really do some good hiding. What I've done also is I add to their little spell book Minor Illusion, so I let them be able to do that, so that's kind of fun. I have them kind of, a lot of times, create a bush or something, and then the minders hide inside of it during combat, things like that. Or they all hide inside of it sometimes when they're just hiding. A lot of times Lil here is hiding. I use him as a cowardly kind of, he's fearless, but also, knows his limitations physically, and he doesn't, he wants to be on the earth pranking people and not dead. So there's that. So, yeah, I don't think there's anything else to talk about with Nilbogs. When you're role-playing them, just have fun with it. Make it silly, but make them, I like to make the Nilbog particularly, besides a normal goblin. Goblin's usually more fearful. This Nilbog's kind of more out there and sarcastic and kind of willing to say things that a normal goblin wouldn't say, because they know they'd get away with it, because they have these magical abilities. And when they're in the ranks of a normal goblin tribe, the lore is that they, they're feared, because if they're mistreated, that's how they gain their power, and they're able to, cause their mischief. So usually, bugbears or anybody that's running the clan, the goblin boss, or, the hobgoblin, they tolerate one little jester, Nilbog, even if it's not a Nilbog, just because they want to appease that and not have the actual problems with a Nilbog. So, I hope this video was informative and you liked it. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to our channel. We could use it. And, check out the listings on DMNY on Reddit, r/DMNY. Check out the listings for the local games in Westchester, New York. And check us out on Patreon. We'll have the page up on Patreon soon. So check us out, please, so we can run more public games. Take care, and see you next time on DMNY.